Hello everybody, welcome to Astrology and Magic. My name is Valkyria Baroder. We have an incredible week of transits. Just like an incredible week. I was gonna say an incredible week of transits, but it's honestly just gonna be an incredible week. I can feel Venus starting to turn around and be done with its retrograde. I don't know if you can feel that too. I've been feeling it for like a couple of days now, but I'm pretty sensitive to the energies. So we do have that happening this week. We have a full moon in Libra. Oh my goodness. I feel like everything is starting to make sense. I feel like myself again. I feel like I'm not this totally insane person. It's like my delusions and my dreams can actually become a real thing. I don't know about you, but I know about me, and I think that it feels pretty good. So with that said, oh my goodness gracious, is that really what the show is going to be like? We're going to talk about delusions and dreams coming true? Apparently. Cool. So before we get too far into the transits, because we do have like actually a lot of stuff to go over for the next 7 days, which is kind of crazy to be honest, but it is what it is. Some updates for you. First, my booking is open, so if you are interested in, even the cat says hello, cool. If you are interested in booking a session with me, they are available. I'm going to put everything that I mention here down in the description below. It's also on my website, vordr.art. Well, I guess it would be www.vordr.art. It's also my handle, but it's my website too. Yeah, anyways, the other website that I have is Astrology and Magic. Clearly, hello, Astrology and Magic, the podcast, Astrology and Magic, the work. It is magic is with a CK at the end, astrologyandmagic.com. So everything is on those two websites if you can't access the links below for some reason, or you just want to go check out what's over there. So my bookings are open. I'm booking right now from mid-April, so they start pretty soon. April is pretty much full. I think there's a couple of hours left, and then through mid-July. So if you have the desire, the intention to go ahead and book, the previous time I opened up my books back in December, things filled up really quickly. I was honestly really surprised. This time has been not quite as much of a burst, so you do have some time, some space to get comfortable and go check out kind of what you would need. There's a bunch of different sessions over there, so I'll let you go look at it. Let's check the other updates. If you want to get updates on the podcast and when it comes out, I do run a blog called Vorder's Guild, and there's a bunch of other stuff that I do over there. I'll send out the exclusive subs, emails, and then kind of random blogs as well. The exclusive subs over there, they get a new moon update every month, and then you get one, what I like to call adult magic or censored magic, just to, not flag anything in the algorithms. I like to call it adult magic or censored magic, where we talk about things that maybe are not necessarily widely available on the internet when it comes to different sorts of magic. It's super good. So if you are interested in becoming a financial supporter of the work that I do, you also get those two every month. And thank you. It's $5 a month, $55 a year, or if you want to become a founding member, it's $333. So those are the price ranges. This blog and podcast space are reader listener funded. So thank you for that. Thank you for the support. Everybody who does support me, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Dreams really do come true. Thanks, guys. Love ya. Another thing I wanted to give, this is less about what I offer and more about like, cool, wow, thanks. I want to say thanks because like, what the heck? I didn't even know that they had rankings on Substack. I didn't know that they did that. I didn't know that rankings existed over on there, but I'm officially in the top 100 list for education. Not this faith and spirituality part, which I think is quite interesting, but I am in the top 100 for blogs on the educational side of things, which is, if you can see the video right now, because this goes out to platforms where there is no video, I like a hardcore cheesing. So thank you. Thanks. Oh my God, I might cry about it. That's super cool. I know, like literally right now I am number 100, so I feel kind of silly like crying about that, but holy cow, dude. Holy cow, you guys got me to the top 100. A witch, a priestess, a person who is, I'm a little bit crazy. Let's really talk about it. I'm a little bit crazy, and you guys got me on the top 100 in education. Do you know how many other blogs there are that aren't about magic and like weirdo stuff on, you know what I mean? So that's really freaking cool. So thanks for that. I just want to say thanks because it took every single one of you to be able to do that, and I keep rising. At least I was recently, so maybe I will. I don't know. I don't have control over that kind of stuff, but I just want to say thanks because that's really incredible. Like, I think that's it. I think that I don't want to drag it out or drag it on, but I just want to say thanks. That's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. Oh my God. Okay. Anything else? When it comes to updates, I think that's it for the updates right now. I'm working on some new stuff. The Venus retrograde and the full moon that's coming up has brought me a lot of clarity. Plus, coming off of eclipse season, I've gotten a lot of clarity about a lot of stuff. So I am kind of turning in a familiar, for myself, but different direction probably for everybody else who has seen my work for the previous maybe couple of year or so. I'm bringing my art back, so you'll be seeing more of that very soon. If you are interested in becoming an NFT investor, before I start to draw out prints and different things like that, the NFT investors are exclusive subs for life, so that's the perk. That's the perk you get for that. But I'm gonna be dropping some more NFTs. I'm gonna start painting again, and I'm gonna bring some prints up to you. So that's the other thing, just to kind of be hyped about, I guess. If you want to be hyped about it, be hyped about it. Super cool. I don't know exactly when that's gonna start. I'm going out tonight to get my first canvas in a while. My first canvas for professional reasons, you know. That's so super cool, I think, at least. And yeah, that's that. I'll start the show now. I feel like that's a good place to start. That was a lot of updates, so thanks for listening. Okay. Cool. So if you're watching this right when it comes out, this week is going to be 4/11 through 4/18. So April 11th through April 18th. When this episode comes out, the moon is already in Libra, okay? We are having a full moon in Libra. I have a lot of exact times for this week. I went through and got, because there's a lot of things that are moving. There's a lot of things that are moving. There's a lot of changes that are happening. There's a lot of grooving. There's a lot of moving. There's a lot of dancing. There's a lot of prancing. There's a lot of things that are about to shift and change and rearrange. So I put a lot of times, like specific times, down below, and honestly there might be enough this week that it doesn't fit in the description. So if you don't see the updates of the times and like the specifics of the times down below and you want to go look them up, they will be on the blog. Not to try and like drag you over there, just sometimes sometimes the description doesn't have enough characters for me to be able to say everything I need to say. So if it is too long, I don't know if it's gonna be, then it'll be over on the blog. Anyways, moving on. So the moon starts in Libra. Now, Venus goes direct in Pisces. So the moon's in Libra from the 11th through the 13th. Venus goes direct in Pisces on the 12th at 13:04 UTC. And then we have, this is a crazy thing that's happening. Then we have a Sun conjunct Chiron in Aries on the 12th at 15:49 UTC. So like 2.5 hours after Venus goes direct, Chiron, the wounded healer, is conjunct with the Sun. So we have Venus turning around, okay, and then which is gonna illuminate. How do I explain this? I'm a little bit hyped about it. How do I talk about it? Venus is our feminine. It's our aspect of receiving and giving and realizing we're vulnerable in both of those positions. Venus also, something really interesting about Venus is that Venus's day is longer than Venus's year. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. I feel like for whatever reason today that's important, so we can talk about it. So Venus's day, so you know like how the earth spins and there's like a sun and a moon and then we have the sun again, right? So Venus's day, the spinning where it goes the sun and the moon, well, I don't know if Venus has moons actually, but the sun and then the darkness and then the sun again. When that happens on Venus, it takes more than an entire year. Venus's orbital rotation is shorter than Venus's turn on its axis. Crazy. That's crazy to me. It's like there's always something that's unspoken. There's always something that's undone. There's always something that's a little bit further out of our reach than maybe we were possibly able to get to. So Venus retro, or we are able to get to right now. Maybe we'll get to it in a second, in a moment, you know, a little bit later. Crazy. So while Venus is retrograde, we have this big moment of reconsideration of, okay, listen, I wasn't able to reach these things. I wasn't able to do these things. I wasn't able to get to this. How am I going to do that? Let me contemplate a little bit. Let me understand this a little bit more. What's been standing in my way? Why did I not get to that? Why did I not receive that? Why was I not able to do that this time? And then sometimes it's not even like, sometimes we're just made aware of the fact that we're standing in our own way. Sometimes Venus retrogrades can put us a little bit under attack. So if you've been dealing with that, it's almost done. Thankfully, it's almost finished. And so we have this big reconsideration period, right? So we're also planning kind of for the next year and a half of what is it that we're going to do? How are we going to be there? What is it that we're looking for? How are we going to get there? What's the worth going to ground as? What does that look like? Where are we going? How is it going to happen? And The other crazy part about this, oh goodness. Mars in Cancer right now is ruling basically the entire chart. I don't know how you feel about it, but I know for me, the emotions have been large. I've been in a pool of my own tears and my own anger and my own love and my own joy, and I would like to get out of it. We're going to get out of it this week. When is it? Mars in Leo? On the 18th, it re-enters Leo. But for now, this entire week, it's going to be really serious emotions, things that you probably thought about for a long time, because Mars also rules Aries, which is our head, our mind. So the union of the mind and the heart are happening currently. So there's probably going to be some really, really matured feelings, things that you've been working through for a while, things that you've been, and it could be, when I say a while, I don't just mean since Mars entered Cancer previous in 2024, and then it retrograded, and it re-entered Cancer, and then it went direct, and it's still in Cancer. I don't just mean in that time frame. I mean years and years and years and years and years. Open your ears, it's been years, okay? Because what's happening right now with this full moon is that we're coming off of the eclipse season. We're coming off of the eclipse season, and the eclipses rule over 18.5-year cycles. So what we're feeling through right now, what we're healing through right now, what we're dealing with, what we're sorting through, what we're understanding about ourselves, including this Chiron conjunct the moon, or conjunct the sun on the 12th. And then Venus going direct in Pisces, right now that's ruled by a Neptune in Aries, which is ruled by the Mars in Cancer. This is what I mean. It's ruling like basically the whole entire chart, because basically right now everything is in Aries and in Pisces. Everything else is ruled by those placements. Oh my God, it's just a lot. Everything is ruled by our feelings, and everything right now is also ruled by the moon cycle. Everything ruled by the moon cycle means that things could flip up, switch up, and get a little bit different. Nothing right now except for the sun. Even the sun, where's the sun right now? In Aries. So it's also ruled by the moon. Everything right now is ruled by the moon. Everything is ruled by your heart. Everything is ruled by your home. Everything is ruled by the cycles that you have been in the moon. If you practice any moon magic, if you practice any eclipse magic, if you practice anything that has to do with the moons over the previous however many years, basically your entire life, okay? Or you are someone who holds a womb cycle, accountable for that too, okay? This is your season. This is your season. This is it. This is the season where you figure out the reason. What's the reason? What is it really that I'm doing? What's the reason I've been doing this? Why have I been following this path? Why have I been asked to clear these things out? Why have I been asked to build these new skills? Why have I been asked to? It's being revealed. Okay, it's been concealed for a long time. It's been concealed because sometimes we just need to walk blindly. Spirit, why does that happen? I don't fully know, because, keep me blind if I need to be. And also, kind of a safety precaution. Sometimes our dreams are big enough that if we could see them and we could see how they were happening and we see how they play out and we could actually see it before we get to it, and we weren't ready and we weren't prepared, we run away. We screw it up. We mess it up. So the spirits keep us blind to things so that we actually don't mess it up. It's like a safety. It is. It's like a safety precaution. Don't let the kids understand. We're going on a surprise, guys. We're going on a surprise. You ever been in the car with your mom and dad or your parents or your aunt and uncle, grandpa, whoever, You ever been in the car with somebody, an adult, and they're like, a surprise for you, we're going somewhere, and then you get to the place. You get to the place and it's like, I kind of knew we were going to go here, but because this is like my favorite thing and you surprised me, but I kind of knew. I already knew. That's what this week is. That's what this full moon is also. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. So the Mars in Cancer right now ruling over everything it's like, yes, I want to say it's our emotions, but it's more than that. It's more than just our emotions. It's more than just the emotions. It's about the moon cycles that we've been working. So if you're someone right now, if you're a witch, let me get really close and hold your hand when I say this, okay? If you're a witch who understands the moon cycles, alrighty, well, you're probably going to get what you want. You're more than likely going to receive everything you were asking for, because when Venus turns around and goes direct, especially if you've been feeling it the previous couple of days, there's these like clarities and these things coming through. You're like, wow, actually, I could do that. Wow, actually, that is for me. Wow, actually, I didn't see that before, but I do now. Okay, then, because also then, too, if we look back to October 2nd, we're going to whisper a little bit just for a second. It's a little bit quieter, Okay. If you go back to October 2nd, 2024, there was an eclipse in Libra. It was a new moon Libra eclipse. I know for me, I sat and I cried all day. It was grief. It was so much grief. I was like, wow, all these things I couldn't do, all these things that I had to go through, all these things. Now the full moon in Libra that's happening the 13th at 0021 UTC time. Okay. this full moon comes through and says, oh, I knew you could do it. Oh, we knew you could do it. You just had to figure out your power first. We knew you could do it. You just had to figure some things out first. We knew you could do it. You just had to understand the roots to the flower first. The roots are always dark. The roots are always dangly, you know. But without them, we wouldn't be able to flower. And that's what Venus is about, partially. Our flowers. Being able to flower, not cowering. The flower doesn't cower. It sprouts out and lets everybody see it. Oh, hello, I'm here now. I was thinking the other day, too, about flowers and buds, like the bud of a flower, right? I saw one of those like time-lapse bloom videos, and I realized, I was like, there's probably so much pressure in the top of the flower right before it blooms, like while it's still concealed, while the rest of the plant still has its little grippy hands around the blossom before it like pops out. There's probably a lot of pressure underneath of it. I was like, wow, actually, that's kind of interesting, because it's like the bloom is really full and it's all in there, but it hasn't opened like to be able to release yet. Like there's probably a lot of pressure in that. So if you've been feeling like there's maybe a little bit of pressure on you, or things have been pressurized, or there's like a, you know, the atmospheric pressure possibly also, that could be true. If that's been around, or if that's been near you, then this moon is going to reveal to you no more pressure. No more pressure. No more under pressure. None of that. No more under pressure. You're going to get out of whatever it is you've been going through, and you're going to go into this new dream. The other part of this Venus turning around right now, okay, Venus going direct and then ruling over this full moon that's in Libra, this is something that you've been waiting on for a long time. A long time. This is a truth you've been waiting on for a long time. I know for those who were involved in the coven work on the new moon in Aquarius, the truth for me, because it was rooting in liberation, free, and truth, the truth for me has started to be revealed. I don't know about you guys, but I know about me, and that is starting to pop out. That's starting to pop out. It's starting to show its head, and I'm saying, oh, wow, that's a yes. Okay, yes, okay. Okay, yes, I understand now. I do. I understand now. So if you've been feeling like that's happening, because this moon has the truth for us. This moon has the truth for us. The dark moon is no longer in Libra. It's over in Scorpio, which kind of like encourages the secrets of the darkness to be shared. So that's quite an interesting placement. Also indirectly ruled by the Mars in Cancer. Like I said, everything in the chart right now is ruled by that Mars in Cancer. So, well, it's ruled directly by the Mars in Cancer and indirectly with Pluto in Aquarius. So, yeah. But that is no longer with the Libra space. So we have this really precarious, really interesting moment where we've been in a transition for a really long time, because that's what Pisces is, and that's where Venus is right now. We've been in a transition for a really long time, probably working through a lot of different motherhood things. We had to balance the scales. Oh, clock it. We had to balance the scales to be able to receive the exchange. This could also have to do with money. Libra literally comes from the word ounce. They use Libra as an indicator of balancing the scales of commerce. Okay, so if you have been waiting on a financial opportunity, your dreams to come true, and actually be making money from it, the world is kind of up in what is happening right now, okay? Chaos opens up doors for us to be able to make the shifts and changes that we need to. So if you have been feeling like there's a change coming, Venus right now, I also will amplify this, is with Saturn. It's with Saturn and in Pisces, and Saturn does not offer us what we are asking for unless we do the work for it. So as long as you are doing the work for it, Venus going direct, and then this full moon coming in says, okay, you're good. And you remember a couple weeks ago, was it previous week? I can't remember the exact day. It might have been the previous week or a week before that. There was a Venus retrograde and Saturn conjunction. I think it was the previous week. And I was like, if you really sit with it and you understand what's being brought to you on this day, you can't be denied. You cannot be denied what this is. You can't be denied. You can't be denied. They can't deny you. As long as you go do it, you can't be denied. You won't be denied by the spirits. You won't be denied by the humans. You won't be denied. You cannot be denied. Sometimes rejection is protection. That's true. But in this instance of your dream coming true, you will not be denied as long as you go through and do the work. So that's still true. So there is going to be work that's involved with this. Dreams don't just get handed to us. We actually have to go make it. They're dreams for a reason. You know, they're dreams because society would tell us that it's not possible, or that it's not probable, or that it's not something that we could actually create, when really, if you could dream it, you can do it. So Yeah, clock it. So with the Venus retrograde conjunct Saturn that we had the previous week, that was to show us it's possible. This is what is possible. And so from that date up until this full moon, probably a little bit after, because we've got some other stuff happening in Pisces this week too. We've had a lot of, how do I say this? We've just had a lot of intuition. We've had a lot of strength returning to us. We've had a lot of premonitions, also probably a lot of premonition, a lot of understanding, a lot of our mind also is changing. It's like we have the idea it's finally possible. And because Neptune, that's ruling over Pisces, where this Venus retrograde, about to be Venus direct, which is ruling over this full moon for clarity and purpose, specificity, Venus is going to be direct for the full moon. It's going to be, let's see the time difference. The 12th at 13:04, Venus goes direct in Pisces, and then the 13th at 00:21, that's when the full moon in Libra happens. So the moon's already in Libra when Venus goes direct in Pisces. And then it's about, what would that be? Like less than 12 hours later is when the full moon is, after Venus goes direct. So that, like I said, there's a lot of stuff happening. It's kind of a quick turnaround. We finally get to see the dream come reality. And this full moon is going to be, full moons are a lot of things. It's like the clarity of things. There's the release of things. And also, if we look at the moon cycle, this is important to note. If we look at the moon, because everything right now is ruled by Mars in Cancer, so we have to look at the cycles and what they mean and how they are cycling. It's just a thing that we have to do. So if you're looking at the womb cycle, the full moon is equivalent to when the egg gets put out. Yeah. Okay. You have an egg. You have an egg. What's the egg? What is the thing that you are about to receive? Full moons can be about receiving because it's a time of conception. It's a time of fertility. We sometimes, the full moons, when like people on the internet would say work with clearing in the full moon or work with releasing in the full moon, that's also associated with the egg. The egg has to be released to be able to then be like brought in by the uterus, right? The fallopian tubes, and be brought in to then become fertilized. So it has to be released for then us to be able to catch it. It has to be released for us to then be able to catch it. So there's usually some kind of emotional release or something that's happening with that. And also too, in terms of fertility, in terms of womb magic, if you're someone who practices the womb magic, the moon magic, okay, so to note that, if you practice that, then in those times where your body is cycling, oh, this is interesting. I don't normally talk about this kind of stuff, but you know what? Apparently today we are. If your moon is cycling, I think there's a video I put out a while ago, way back in the archives of the show. I don't know how long ago, but it's about moon magic, blood magic, cycle magic. If you want to scroll down and listen to that one too. I'm not going to get super in depth, but we do need to talk about this part because it's important for this full moon. Okay. If you're talking about the clearing magic, that would mean that there would be no conception, no receiving of that fertility to bring through this like new life. With the way that the transits are right now, how do I explain this? We already conceived it pretty long ago. This is something that we've been conceiving for a long time. This is not something new. This is something that you've been trying to do. This is something you've been trying to do. This is something that you have been like, please, please, please. It reminds me of a mom who just like wants to get pregnant and it just has not been happening, but they have the nursery and everything is set up and everything's good to go and like they've rearranged their life and it just isn't happening, okay? Something you've been praying for, something you've been asking for, something that you've been making sure of, something that you are ready to do, finally will be granted to you. Finally, it's time. Finally, it's time. This full moon, finally, it's time. Finally, it's yours. Finally, it can breathe. Finally, it can be born. So there's still work to do. You know, there's still if we're looking again at the mom who has really wanted a child and has been praying for a child and it just, for whatever reason hasn't happened yet. If they conceive, then they still have to go through the pregnancy and they still have to go through the labor and like then the child is born and like those sorts of things, like it's still work. It's still work after that. And also now it's possible. Now it's possible. It's not just probable. It's not just a decision. Now it's possible. It has been made possible. And so it's like the final decision. That's really what this is, because once you make that sort of decision, the decision to have a kid, that's a forever thing. The decision to have a child, that's a forever thing. That's something that you can't, It's a forever thing. So, oh my God, it's a forever thing. It really is. It really is. It's a forever thing. And so if you are really sitting with it and you're like, yeah, I want to do this forever. This is my thing forever. This is who I am forever. And you're ready to make that decision. Okay, full moon. Okay, full moon. Here you go. Time to change the tune. Time to turn it up. Time to get up. Time to do what you came to do. What'd you come to do? Because now's the time. Let yourself shine, let yourself realign, take time to adjust to it also, because especially if you've been dreaming about it for a while and working towards it for a while, and then for whatever reason it hasn't happened yet, and now it's possible, that takes a little bit of like, whoa, I've been denied for a while, but like, I got it now. That's crazy. So adjust, have fun also. Have fun also. Haven't we been through enough grief? I know I have. I don't know about you. I don't know what you're going through, but I know I have. I've been through enough. I've been through enough. I've been through enough. I've been through enough. And this full moon is meant to be, hopefully, may it be, honestly, for, how do I say, for part of us, for part of the collective, it will be something that's very liberating. Okay, you get to go be free in it now. You've done the work, you prepared yourself. Congratulations on your manifestations. Just go do the work, and we got you. We be in the spirits, not necessarily me, but you know, I'll be here again with the astrology. That's, whenever I say that in my videos, that's true. You know, it is. So yeah, it's gonna be a crazy full moon. It's gonna be something where it's like, I'm home again. I still have work to do, but like, here I am again. I've returned to myself. I've turned into myself. However you might relate to this, with your Cancer placements, with your Libra placements, with your 7th house placements, with your Pisces placements, so however those, it's like Pisces, 12th house. Let's get specific here. Pisces, 12th house, and Neptune crossed over with Libra, the 7th house, and Venus. And then if you want to get really into it, you could look at your 4th house, you could look at Cancer and your moon, and you could look at Mars and Aries and the 1st house and the 8th house. You could look at Scorpio too, but that's going to be a little bit more indirect in this one. But those are the things that are going to be more heavily influencing this moon. Go be free, go have fun. I don't really have a lot of words for this because it feels sort of like, it's like conclusive. There's a conclusion. You've been looking at something and trying to figure something out. How can I do this? How can I make this possible? Okay, full moon, thank you. Okay, full moon, thank you. Okay, full moon, thank you. So, oh my goodness. Then we have the 13th through the 15th. The moon is moving into Scorpio with the dark moon, ruled by the Pluto that's in Aquarius and the Mars in Cancer. Mars in Cancer, like I said, is ruling basically the entire chart right now. Let's really look at it. Mars in Cancer is ruling Aries, which is the sun. Also, I didn't talk too much about the Chiron conjunction. Let's go back to that for a second. The Chiron conjunction with the sun on the 12th at 1549 UTC, so again, right before this full moon is happening, is really going to show you I've done the work. I've really done the work. I really healed. I really did it. I really did it. I really, really did it. It's also probably too, because Chiron and the dark moon were really involved with the South Node in Libra and the North Node in Aries. So it'll probably show you over the previous couple of years, like, what did you make out of all the that was handed to you? All of the gross, yucky, whatever was going on, what did you do? What did you make out of yourself, and how did you get through it? And also, congrats. Also, congrats. Also, you really did that. Also, take advantage of how you have become yourself. Oh my God, that's crazy. Because Aries is about the self. It's about the inner child as well. So these could be dreams of the inner child coming up to come through. Also having to do with your purpose. Like, things are, it's really good. It's really your time. That's what this is. That's what this moon is. It's really your time. Don't deny yourself. The spirits are not going to deny you, so don't deny yourself. Don't deny yourself, okay? Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You already went and brewed it. You already went and made the magic for it. You already dreamed it up, and now you're here. You set yourself up for it, so go. Even if you're afraid, even if you're afraid. Okay, fear as a friend, walk with me. Remind me. Remind me I'm a human then. Remind me I'm a human and that it's okay to be a little afraid. Remind me I'm a human again. Thanks, fear. Thanks, fear, for being here. Cool. And then you walk on, and then you walk on, and then you keep walking. And then you keep walking. Okay, fear, thanks for being here. Thanks for reminding me that I'm a friend to myself. Thank you for reminding me how strong I am. Thank you for reminding me how much work I've already done to love myself. Thank you for reminding me to love myself again. Thanks, Fear. Love ya. Thanks, Fear. Thanks, Fear. The visual I get for this is like this big shadow cloaked giant walking with a person. Thanks, Fear. Love you, Fear. Cool. Shout out to Fear. Okay, shout out to Fear. So do it even if you're afraid. It's your time. You've done the work to make it here. You've done the work to mature. You've done the work to become the person you need to be. More than likely, you know, if you feel like that's true, if you know, because you're gonna know better than I do. If you feel like you really sat with it and you really done the work, here you go. Now's your opportunity. And if for whatever reason you feel a little backed up in that area of like, maybe I haven't done the work to become the person I need to be able to do this, make this money, live this dream, then this moon's gonna show you exactly how you need to be. There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. It's going to be such a great moon. Go have fun. Go have fun. Go do what you do to have fun and be with yourself and take your time to go live your dream. Okay? Cool. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Oh, it's so good. I wish I could give us like a collective hug for this one. If you want to be invited to that, it feels so good. This energy feels so good. I feel finally, like I said earlier, finally back to myself. Crazy. Oh, wow. Isn't it incredible when you get put through a pile of gross stuff and you grow out of it? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That spirit was bringing me that perspective, and the spirits on my team were bringing me that perspective in the previous night, in the previous like 24-hour time frame. It's like all these things you've been through that didn't allow you to live your dream. You had to root. You had to have a root for the blossom. You had to have a root for it. To root for yourself also, but like, you know, like hoorah, to root for yourself. But then also it's like to root, you have to be able to root to be able to flower. You have to be able to root to be able to the flower power, the blossoms. So we've been rooting for a while, and there's something that has been our style we are returning to, and I could not be happier about it. I cannot be happier about it. I haven't felt this cheesed up in a while. I'm just like all grins recently. It's crazy. So, I mean, granted, there's been a lot of other big emotions, but those big emotions have been helping me to see that I can actually agree with the grins this time. So when the moon moves into Scorpio, moving on, okay, love the full moon. We have a lot of other stuff we need to talk about. So 13th through the 15th, the moon is going to be in Scorpio with the dark moon, ruled by the Pluto in Aquarius and the Mars that's in Cancer. This is going to bring to us, how do I explain this? The secrets, because the moon is still going to be pretty full. The moon doesn't start to be full until the end of the moon in Libra, so the moon is still going to be pretty full when it gets into Scorpio. So there's going to be some secrets revealed. Oh my goodness, secrets revealed. You get dreams are coming true. It's possible now, and there's going to be secrets revealed. Okay, so just, you know, listen. Especially with the dark moon there. If you really sit and you really listen you sit being just be in the experience and pay attention. I don't actually mean, I could mean like sit, you know, discernment on if that is applicable or not. True. So yeah, receive the details. Okay. Strategize maybe a little bit. Scorpio sometimes is a lot about strategy. So strategize. What's the power of this dream? You know, how are you going to sit in it? How are you going to scheme about it? How are you going to plot it? How are you going to plan it? What's the real deal that other people are not going to be able to see about it? Scorpio energy, if you've been around, you know, it's some of my favorite. It's some of my favorite. You want to plot, you want to plan, you have things you need to do. Okay. Scorpio will tell you. Scorpio will tell you what you need to hear, will tell you when you need to hear it. So there's going to be some secrets revealed about what this dream really is, or like how to plot it, how to plan it. What is, because Mars right now still in Cancer means that we're prioritizing with the moon cycle. We're getting strategy of war and battle and victory together. Okay, yeah, so strategize a little bit. Strategize, do it behind your closed eyes. Don't tell anybody about it. Keep your secrets and let the secrets be revealed to you simultaneously. This could also be a moon. You know what? Yeah, we could talk about it. If someone has been around you who is betraying you, this might be a moon where it's revealed. So, you know, just not saying that it is happening. Okay, I'm not saying it is happening, but we're human. We go through things. So if you've been going through things where people are not a friend or not to be revealed, okay? Not to be revealed, put up a shield. You could find out on this moon, like, oh, it's this person. Oh, this is what's been happening. Oh, this is what they've been saying about me. Oh, this is whatever it is. I don't know. But there's probably, because right now with Mars in Cancer, okay, let's talk about it. With Mars in Cancer and the moon is going to be in Scorpio, that means, and everything right now is ruled by Mars in Cancer, that means now everything is going to be ruled by this very full moon that is in Scorpio. It is not Scorpio season. We're at the beginning of the year. Astrologically, we're not even close to harvest time. So like there's gonna be a lot of secrets that are I don't know, man. I don't know what that one's gonna do. I don't know what's gonna be revealed to you, but it's definitely gonna be something. It's probably gonna be a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. It's gonna be a lot of stuff. This is also a time frame, the 13th through the 15th, where if there's betrayal and things that are happening, don't take it personally, just take a step back. Don't take it personally, just take a step back. You know, sit with your emotions as you need to and all those good things, but this is a moon it could show you the quote unquote holes in the plan, or just like, you know, don't mess with them anymore. Close the door on that. Don't involve them, don't invite them. The dark moon has a lot to do with the hidden powers of the feminine and the hidden powers of the woman and the womb, and when it crosses over, look at me stuttering, oh my goodness. When it crosses over, when the dark moon and Scorpio pop out, I just always like, especially together, I gotta be precise with what I say. You know what I mean? So anyways, oh golly. If you're looking at the dark moon and Scorpio together, and we got the moon, and that's going to be ruling over the entire chart, okay, there's probably going to be a lot of things where people are probably going to be a little bit different unknowingly, okay? So just pay attention. Don't take it personal. If you don't need to take it personal, let it roll off you, because this is going to be a moon cycle or the couple of days where this moon is the 13th through the 15th. People are going to be looking to claim some power. Yeah, people are going to be looking to claim some power. So good for you. Go claim your power, and don't let people claim power over you. Dark moon Scorpio, you know, don't let people use you to claim their power, unless for whatever reason that is the power that you claim. Not my game, but you know what? It's a game, so reverence to it. That's true. Go brew what you need to. That's none of my business. None of my business. I don't let people do that, but some people do. So you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, this is a moon where people are looking to claim power. They're looking to claim power. They're looking to take power. They're looking for power. They feel emboldened. There's going to be this bold feeling, the mystery revealed that's been concealed on the full moon, and then all of a sudden everything in the chart is ruled by the moon in Scorpio. Oh my God. Yeah, okay, so first of all, take your power. Take your power, yes. This is definitely like a okay girly pop moment. Yes, go get it. Yes, go get it. This is yours then. You want it? Go get it. You want it? Go take it. That's how the world works sometimes. We don't get handed it. We gotta go take it. We gotta create it. We gotta build it. It's not just gonna happen. You've gotta do it. It's not just gonna happen. You've gotta do it. So there could be some cost revealed to you of what this is actually gonna be. What do you have to do? What do you have to create in the world? Is there things you're gonna have to take? What does that look like? And what do I mean by take? You take up space. You take up room. You know, consume. So it's going to be a darker moon, and it's also going to tell you exactly what needs to be done so that you can get this dream going and get this dream done. It's going to let you know. And also, don't let people claim power where you are. Don't let them take your power, okay? Don't let them take your dreams. Don't let them influence it. If you don't need them to influence it, don't let them. Don't let them. Just don't let people influence the power that you are so creating for yourself, if it's really not necessary. Okay. Strike it. We're going to move through. So then we have the 14th at 4:25 UTC. We have a Saturn and a North Node conjunct in Pisces. This is also while the moon is in Scorpio. And so this moon in Scorpio, because of Mars in Cancer, and Mars is ruling Neptune in Aries, and Neptune in Aries is ruling this Pisces space. Oh, dear God. Okay. Dear goodness. So the moon in Scorpio is going to be ruling over the North Node conjunct Saturn. Who? How? Why? Where is this going to take us? So the interesting thing, while I was tracking this in the chart also, one of the interesting things about this Saturn and North Node conjunct in Pisces is that they're conjunct at the exact same degree for less than a minute, because the lunar nodes are always in retrograde and Saturn is moving forward. So they don't stop in the same position for longer than a minute. That's crazy. They're literally going to cross each other and then they're going to keep on going. It's like a brush high five and then you don't talk to them again. So it's going to be, we're still going to feel the influence of it. You know, Saturn's really big. The lunar nodes are really big. So we're still going to have the influence of it. But just, I thought that was really interesting. And I wanted to share that with you. It's like a brief passing. They're not going to sit together. This is not a sit down conjunction. This is I'm going to say hi in transit. See ya. I'll talk to you next time. Crazy. Really, honestly, that's a little crazy. So going into this, Saturn in the North, ruled by the Neptune in Aries. If you've been any kind of blind, this conjunction, Saturn in the North Node conjunct in Pisces, there's a reason you've been blind. More than likely, you're about to not be. You're going to be allowed, more than likely, if you're really actually prepared to see the secret revealed, to see what your dream is going to turn into. If you're actually prepared for that, even if you're scared of it, sometimes we got to see it scared, right? But I mean, what do I mean by prepared? You've done the work in the physical. You've done the emotional work. You've worked in the shadow. You've gone through the trauma. You've done the healing. You've gone through the mental. You've reorganized your mental space. You've got new perspectives on things. Oh my God. You've rearranged maybe the physical. You know, gotten rid of relationships you know aren't good, moved around in the physical, gotten rid of the physical stuff, brought in physical stuff, moving the earth, you know, as needed and necessary. This is a heavy weight to carry. You had a dream and it's coming true. Okay, well, this North Node and Saturn conjunction is going to say, this is what we require of you. You might not, because Saturn is about the hierarchy. Earning more. Or less, depending on what you do with Saturn. I suppose that's true. The North Node is about the purpose that's way high up in the sky. The purpose that we don't really have the skill to obtain yet, or we have it, but just not right now. It's somewhere beyond the present moment. It's also sometimes I find that people who are following a spiritual path, a lot of the times they're following their North Node purpose, and they come to spirituality so that they can understand the skills and the tools of how to look at that North Node and say, okay, well, this is where I've got to go and this is what I've got to do. And these are the skills I'm building with that. So it's a very spiritual placement. It's something that allows us to bring in more purpose. It changes a lot of things because it's not so earthly. It changes a lot. So there could be some things on this where Saturn also being the father figure, how do I say this? If you have a great relationship with order and time and structure and pattern, this conjunction is about to lay everything out in front of you. Okay, let's look at Saturn for a second then. Thanks, Spirit. If there was a man father Saturn, right? Okay. If there was a man who walked into your living space or like in front of you and had this big black briefcase, you know, the ones that they carry really valuable stuff in, but it's supposed to be a secret and nobody really knows about it, but clearly, obviously, that's a briefcase. There's something in there that's important. So they carry it into your apartment. They carry it into wherever your home, your space, okay? They carry in this big black briefcase. And this man says, okay, listen. The spirits have a plan. The spirits have a plan. We've had a plan for a long time, and you've been walking in this plan the way you've been walking in it, and now it's time for us to show you what we have. Now it's the time for us to bring out this briefcase. We're going to open it up. We're going to put the code in because it's been locked. It's been shut. You haven't, even though you knew it existed, maybe you didn't know. Maybe you knew. If you knew or not, it's been locked under code and key. And now they're coming through to say, we're going to unlock this for you. You get to see what you're meant to be. You get to see the purpose that you're walking in. You get to see what you're going to become. You get to see what it's going to cost you. You get to see how to get there. You get to see things that are going to happen. This is going to be a day that reveals secret prophecies that have been hidden for a very, 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 very long time. A very long time. So they're going to bring out the briefcase, they're going to open it up, and they're going to lay out everything in front of you. All the documents, all the understandings, the maps, the blueprints, everything, the keys, the pictures, the photos, everything. Everything is getting laid out in front of you. Everything is getting laid out in front of you. And you're going to pick it up. And it's going to be your decision, because Scorpio, which is what is ruling through the Mars and Cancer over this placement, this conjunction of the North Node and Saturn, Scorpio is also about deals. So they're going to bring out this briefcase and they're going to say, listen, you got to look all this over. Think about it. Think about it. Sign the paper when you're ready. There's no other way. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. So say what you've got to say. Negotiate if you need to negotiate. You know, switch it up a little bit. You still have free will. This transit is also going to require that you work with the spirits on your team. Yeah, for sure. For sure it is. Take your time, look it over, and when you're ready, take the darned pen and sign the paper. Okay, you've been waiting for this for so long. Take the pen, sign the paper, go do it. Go do it. Go do it. It's a very serious thing, yes. And also, aren't you worth it? What did the moon show you? Okay, what did the full moon show you? Aren't you worth it? Yeah. Aren't you driven for it? Aren't you meant for it? Isn't it your purpose? Yeah. Haven't you been working for it for a long time? Yeah. So go sign the dang thing. Go sign the dang paper. Go sign it. Go do it. It's your time. It's your time. And when I say sign the paper, I don't mean literally, okay? Maybe, probably, I don't know. Sometimes things come through and they're more symbolic. So if that's literal for you, then cool. And also it could be a little bit more symbolic. Yeah. But, you know, go sign the paper. Also, if you've been around, I recommended, because of the way that the placements were placed for the new moon in Libra, that was on October 2nd, 2024, the eclipse, okay? If I remember correctly, let me pull it up, because I'm pretty sure that Venus was in Scorpio, and this is the reason that I recommended this, but I want to make sure that that's true. Yes, so Scorpio, Venus was in Scorpio for that Libra eclipse on October 2nd of 2024. So one of the things I recommended, if you did this, go look back over the contract that you wrote down with yourself. I need to do this too. I recommended to sit down and write out a contract. This is what I want. This is what I'm worth. This is what I'm willing to give up. This is what I'm not willing to give up. This is what I'm doing. This is what it is. This is what I want. This is what I'm going for. I recommended sitting down and doing that because with Venus and Scorpio ruling over all those Libra exchanges, the contract that we wrote for ourselves on that day is going to bind us up in a way on that October 2nd eclipse 2024, bound us up. Contracts on an individual level. If you wrote a contract, that's a binding that says I'm worth that and I will receive the exchange. Scorpio, part of Scorpio is about forced exchanges. So now, if you did that, because if you've been around for a minute, if you've been around my work for a while and you did that, go check it out, look at it and smile. Look at it and smile and look at how much you've done to make sure that that is actually a thing, okay? Go check it out. Now, if you didn't sit and write a contract on that day, go back to that eclipse time if you're able to. Just recover your memory. What were you thinking about? What was going on? What were you talking to your friends about? What was happening? The Mercury was conjunct the dark moon. So anything that we were writing and speaking on that eclipse is something that we needed to hear. Not only did we need to hear it, when we spoke it, the spirit said, oh, that's what they want? Oh, okay. Well, we're going to make a note of it. And yeah, we're definitely going to bring it up later. You said it? Okay, well, I'm going to talk about it later. Yep. We made note of it. We put it in our back pocket. And here's the briefcase now. We've been planning something. You've been going through all this stuff because we needed to make sure you were ready. And now that you're ready, here's the briefcase. Here's the papers. Look it over. Look over the blueprints. Look over the keys. Look over everything. I don't know what it is you're building, but look it over. This is how the spirits have it planned out. Negotiate if you need to, and we're going. This is it. Sign the dang paper, guys. Just do it. Not sponsored by Nike. Just go and brew it. Just go and brew it. It's for you. It's a gift. Yeah, it's work. Yeah, it's a little maybe a little daunting, maybe a little whoa. You're worth it though. This big dream you had, you know? So that's going to be the Saturn North Node conjunct in Pisces. Probably that's going to be influencing the entire moon in Scorpio just because of the way that it's crossing, and it's only going to be there for a brief moment. So we're going to feel it while they're sitting next to each other. But just take your time with it. It's meant to be good, you know? It's meant to be good. So hopefully it is good. I really hope it is good for you because, you know what? Yeah, I want to do that. I really want to do that. With all the stuff they've been bringing to me, that's what I get to do. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah. Go do it. Go do it. Okay. So then we go to the 16th through the 18th. The moon is in Sagittarius, ruled by the Jupiter and Gemini, ruled by the Mercury Mercury re-enters Aries, ruled by the Mars in Cancer. So Mercury enters Aries on the 16th at 6:26 UTC. And for the previous, I feel like I brought this up every time Jupiter has been in the chart for like months now, but I'm bringing it back up because I need to note something. We're going through a change, okay? We're going through a change. Jupiter has been doing a funny little thing where it's telling us our stories. We're getting to hear our stories and we're seeing what they're gonna turn into. We're seeing where we are now in the story, where are we gonna go in the story, and because Mercury re-enters Aries while the moon is gonna be in Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter's in Gemini, ruled by Mercury, we finally get to start. We finally get to start. For months now, for months, literal, like since the previous 2024, like the end of 2024, we've had this thing going on with Jupiter where Jupiter is like, okay, well, that's the story we lived and this is where I want to go and this is what I want to do and blah, 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 yada, yada, all the talking about what you want and where you want to get. Jupiter, thanks, Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter, yap, 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 yap. Yappity, yap, yap, yap. Not that I don't love Jupiter yapping, but I also love Jupiter when we get to receive the cool stuff from the luck, you know? Thanks, Jupiter. So now we actually get to start. We actually get to start. Full moon reveal, contracts brought back up. We're signing things. We're getting ready. We're finally, it's possible. We get to do it. And Jupiter also is like, okay, well, yeah, I'll give you the go ahead too. That's 3 different moons, guys. That's 3 of them. 3 in a row. Three different moons in a row that are like, yeah, okay, you got it. Yeah, okay, I'll give you the go ahead. Yeah, okay, you got it. Yeah, okay, I'll say yeah, you can have a green light here. Yeah, okay, I'll give you the thumbs up. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you can go. You have permission. I'll allow it. That's three different moons. The full moon, moon in Libra, the moon in Scorpio, and the moon that's in Sagittarius. All 3 of them. Yeah, sure, you can go. Cool. Go on then. It's like the gates finally open. Oh my God, did I just say that? Yeah, I did. The gates finally open. You're going. That's crazy. The gates finally open. Here you go. Congratulations. Okay, go then. Okay, go then. Okay. Okay, go. With the treadmills and stuff. Anyways. Oh, goodness. So that Mercury re-entering Aries is what is going to allow that, you know, the start to begin again. We're starting. It is. Here we go. The new story starts. Okay, cool. And then the 17th, we're also going to have Mercury conjunct Neptune in Aries. That's happening the 17th at 3:56 UTC time, which this Neptune is also ruling over the conjunction of Saturn and the North Node that kind of just happened and is still kind of happening even though they're not at the exact same degree because they just like pass each other for a moment, right? Okay, it's ruling over that. It's ruling over the Venus that just went direct, and it's ruling over, well, I guess Mercury's out, never mind, because Mercury is going to be conjunct. So we're going to have a lot of information, a lot of information. This moon in Sagittarius says, you want the dreams? Okay, well, I'm going to bring you all this information. I'm going to bring you all this information. Listen, you signed the contract, you signed the deal. Here we go. Now I get to tell you the story of what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of prophecy. It's going to be a lot of the amount of prophecy this week cannot be overstated. The amount of things that the spirits are going to bring to you and be like, this is happening. I can't tell you how often it's going to happen because I don't know you and your relationships with your spirits, right? And also, if you're someone who receives that kind of stuff, the dream prophecies, divination prophecies, they bring you just random messages because they can. This week is a week to pay attention. And remember, if you got to write it down, do that. If you need to stick it in your brain, however you need to do it, do it. This is a week where like The prophecy is going to be loud, and it's going to be precise, and it's going to be exact, and we're not going to be able to take it back. It's also a week where we can negotiate those prophecies a little bit if we need to. So talk back if you need to, because after we move on and Mars enters Leo at the end of this week, we're done. That's it. It's the sealed deal. That's it. Oh God. Okay, cool. Now we know. Yeah, it's a sealed deal after this. So if you really like negotiate, talk to the spirits about it, the prophecies that are coming through, make sure they really, really are for you. Okay. You don't just have to receive what the spirits bring to you. You can also talk to them about it. Okay. Yeah. Send a little back. I don't know if I like that. I think I like that a lot. Can we have a little bit more of this? Maybe I want to do that instead. Whatever you got to say. Okay. Let yourself be the leader. It's true. If it's your dreams, then you should lead. That's what it is. Okay. Clock it how you need to. We got to listen to the spirits, every once in a while. Love them. And if it's your dream, it's your dream. They're there to help, not to be the ones living it, So, take heed. Take heed, take your lead. Okay. Negotiate how you need to. The amount of prophecy this week, oh my God. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be things come through where you're like, never could have guessed that. I didn't think that was going to happen. It's happening right now. I'm there now. Oh my God. Crazy. Prophecy. There could also be, because of the way things are happening this week, rewards. Prophecy, rewards. We're pretty much done cutting cords. That was happening in Venus retrograde. So we're pretty much done cutting cords. So the Venus is direct now. So we've got prophecy, we've got rewards, and we've got some new cords coming in. It could be new cords of people, it could be new cords of spaces, places, new cords, new. It's gonna feel very strange. It's going to feel very strange. We've had a lot of rearranges. We've had a lot of just strangeness happening over the previous couple of weeks since that Aries eclipse, right? So here we go. That's it. That's the show. Well, let's talk about Mars entering Leo, actually, before we're like done. Mars entering Leo. So Mars, when it started its retrograde, started retrograding in Leo. So we are re-entering back into like almost being done with the reconsideration, kind of moving on and moving forward from what we did reconsider with Mars when it was retrograde. Mars retrograde takes about 2 months. It's like 2.5 months. I can't remember the exact timing. It's kind of a while, but it only retrogrades every 2 years. So now that we have Mars and Leo, first of all, we're not going to have these big emotions ruling over the entire chart anymore. Thank the gods. Okay, listen, it's been helpful. I'm ready to be done though. So we're going to be done with that. And it's going to be more about you. It's going to be more about joy. It's going to be more about self. It's going to be more about the inner kid coming alive, which honestly, the joy of Leo and being with that inner kid's joy and like the inner parenting or parental relationships in your life, and that now being where Mars is, you're going to be able to prioritize making sure that that kid is okay rather than sitting with the kid who's crying. Okay, kid, we've cried for a while. Okay, kid, you were angry for a while. Okay, kid, we worked through the emotions. What do you actually want to do now? Can we go do it? Can we get up? Can we go be something else? Can we go play dress up? Can we go, whatever it is? Can we go do that now? Let's go do that now. Let's prioritize those things now, because I think that would be really fun. Also, wherever your sun is going to be active, because this is, Leo is the sun. We got this rule by the sun. And then right after, so this isn't this week, but next week, the sun moves into Taurus. So we only have a short period of time where Mars is in Leo, and that's going to be ruling over the sun in Aries, and they're ruling over each other. The final couple of days of Aries season are going to be super bright. All this prophecy, all this dark stuff, all these contracts that are coming, all this divination, all the rewards, all the like manifestations that are coming in this week. Okay, we've got the several days at the end of this Aries season while Mars is in Leo. Okay, star of the show. Okay, star. Yeah, you have the dream now. So go be it. Leave behind everything else. It doesn't matter. Let yourself shine bright. Go be that. Go be that. And there'll be growth and receiving and more Venus-centered things. Once we get into Taurus season, there's going to be a lot of changes this week. There's going to be a lot of internal change, a lot of maternal, a lot of paternal, like in the inner world change. There's going to be a lot of change this week. There's going to be a lot of things that feel really strange. It's going to be an adjustment period. There's going to be a lot of prophecies. Keep your heart and your mind open to the new possibilities that are coming through for you. Let the spirits help you with your dreams coming true. Keep your offerings at the altar as you need to. And that's it. That's the show. That's crazy. It's time to go. It's go time. It's time to go. It's time to go with the show. Yeah, true. We'll see you soon. And also, it's time to go. This is a week where it's time to go. It's time to go. It's go time. Okay, so enjoy the go time if it's time to go, because it's time to go. It's time to go. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew that you do. Do what you need to. Somebody left me a comment. I don't know who it was. I don't have it pulled up in front of me right now, but somebody left me a comment on TikTok recently, and they were like, I couldn't remember your name. So I just searched up, do what you need to do, go and brew astrology, and you popped up on my page, and I thought that was pretty cool. So shout out to you if you're listening to the podcast. Thanks for that. It made me smile. It made me smile. So cool. It's time. So let's go. It's time. So let's go. Keep your spirits fed. This is a week to really make sure that your spirits are fed. Just, putting that out there as it needs to be. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for supporting me. Thank you for being here. That's really true, honestly. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'll talk to you next week. If you're on my other platforms, then I'll probably talk to you before then, but I'll talk to you soon, wherever I do talk to you and whenever I do talk to you. And thanks again for all the support. True. Bye, guys.